Welcome Aquarius to your career and money reading for May 2022. Aquarius, we are going to have a look at the oracle cards and then get further clarification with the tarot cards. If this reading does not resonate with you, please go ahead and look at your moon, rising and Venus signs, as those readings might have more relevant information for you at this time. Right, Aquarius, let's see what this month brings in for you. Right. Okay. This is really nice, Aquarius, because I can tell you now, you have been wondering and considering and going over and over something for a long time. And this month, you are going to get the answers you seek. Something is going to come through that's got to do with your career and money, that comes through and gives you all the answers that you've been wondering about. There's definitely going to be something within these answers where you have to set down boundaries, okay? Somebody or something has been overstepping here. Now, it could be that somebody in your family perhaps has been overstepping boundaries when it comes to money. Okay, so I'm have just a feeling here for me that somebody is just perhaps asking for money all the time, is always short of money, always saying, oh, could you lend me this, could you lend me that, and they are not always paying you back. Now, Aquarius, this month, you are going to find the courage to say, you know what, I'm sorry, but I am unable to always, whatever it is. I don't think this is, somebody who's just, it's not even a malicious thing. They just probably just got into a habit, and you probably, because they're family and you love them, you never put down any boundaries. But this month, my dear Aquarius, you find the courage to say, no, I'm sorry, I can't do it any longer. And this, by standing up and putting down these boundaries, you're going to find a lot of peace. A lot of peace. You're going to be actually, you're so afraid of hurting somebody and feeling guilty. But actually, this month you realize when you stand up for yourself, when you say what is right for you, what you can do, what you can't do, it actually brings a lot of inner peace. And you are able to actually stand by strong these boundaries that you have set. So let's go ahead and just get some tarot card to get more information about what's going on here in your career and money reading for May 2022. With answers, we get the Four of Swords, boundaries. We get the Nine of Swords. With family, we get the Four of Cups, courage. We get the Two of Wands, and peace. We get the Chariot. Right. Okay, my lovely Aquarius. So, this situation, I think, caused you quite a lot of inner, you were conflicted. On one hand, you really, really wanted to be there for this person and always help them, or it could have been, more than one person. Maybe it's like a whole other family or whatever it is. You were always trying to find the right thing to do. You always wanted to be the bigger person, the best person, being the, perhaps, in every family you got the savior, the hero, and perhaps that was always you. It could be more than one person always coming to you, and you just on honestly didn't know how to do it. And I think you've gone in and done a lot of reflection. You might have even spoken to somebody to get some advice, because it's a tricky situation, especially when it comes to family members. And I think it actually caused you quite a lot of stress and anxiety, because you didn't want to hurt anybody, you didn't want to upset anybody. But on the other hand, people were taking advantage of your good heart, your kindness, your generosity, and you kind of didn't know how to go about it. However, this month you find the answers on how to go about it and the best way of dealing with it, okay? Because what you have come to realize is that by always giving and giving and giving and always coming through as the hero and the savior, you're not letting this person or these family members do things for themselves. You also have to, comes a point where people have just got to do it for themselves, and you can still be there and encourage them and give them advice, but you don't always have to solve the situation with money. Perhaps you could tell them, time to find a job, time to start something on the side, time to do this. Because if they just sit in this position and do nothing for themselves, it's never, ever, ever going to get better. So it's about you now saying, listen, I'm not able to help you with money, but I've got your back. I'm always going to be there, because family is family, or they even could be very close friends, okay? So that's like soul tribe kind of feeling here. I can support you with advice. I can give you ideas, suggestions. So there's just another way of being there for them without just feeding and pumping money into the situation. And by finding the courage to stand up and say, I'm sorry, no more, it's you actually can see that things are able to change. It changes things in a way that you can actually look at other ways to spend this money, to invest this money. All of a sudden, you've got more money in the bank, okay? And all it does is just takes a bit of courage to set down the boundaries. And then, when peace, by setting down the boundaries, this wonderful peace actually works so well for you and for them, because they will move forward in a way that they have to now stand on their own 2 feet, and you move forward because now you've stood your ground, you've set your boundaries, and now you have this excess money to do what you want to do, be it invest, renovate, whatever it is, but it benefits both parties. Both parties are benefited by this decision in the long run. It just does take courage to say no to family members. I do understand that, but honestly, I can see it's causing you a lot of inner turbulence. So, Aquarius, it's about finding that courage from within. Okay, I'm going to pull an oracle energy card for you to see the best energy for you to work with over this period. And we get the owl spirit. You see clearly now. You've got the answers. Your owl spirit tells you now it's time to be wise, time to be smart. You've got the answers. This is not sustainable just to pump in and give people money, because it's like an endless. It's endless. There's no end in sight. And the more you give, the more they want and the more they need. So now you see clearly you've got the answers, and you can be practical and smart and kind, and it'll benefit both parties, you and them. Very nice. Very, very nice, Aquarius. So let's get a final message for our dear Aquarius. Final message for our dear Aquarius. First message we get is the Ace of Pentacles, which is wonderful because it tells us by standing strong, there is a great new beginning for you and for them. And it's like you've almost, I'm going to say this, you have to kind of be cruel to be kind. It's going to be so beneficial to them in the long run. to them. When people learn to stand on their own 2 feet, you're giving them an absolute and total gift. And then I've got the 9 of Pentacles, which tells me it will be a wish fulfillment for you by doing this. It takes such a huge burden off your shoulders, and you are able to take this excess money that you've just been handing out, like this endless, well of money just flowing out, and you can do other things with it that benefits you and your family. And the next card we pull is the World, which is such a nice card to end with, my dear Aquarius, because it tells me that there is an ending of a certain phase and era, but it's also a beginning, which this we clarified for us, a beginning for you and a beginning for them, and in a really good beginning, because the World card is a good, positive, successful card. So is the Chariot. You move forward happy and content, and so do they, because they are starting to look after themselves. So there you have it, my dear Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please go ahead and give it the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm sending lots of love.